Axis forces are advancing. 2 T-34s there. Goes in for the ram. And we have a confirmation of the Tiger being hit. Air support now coming on in on the Tiger. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I am covering a 2v2. This is a replay submitted by a patron, so thank you to my patrons for supporting me, doing everything in your power to make sure that, of course, I can keep doing what I, well, rather enjoy doing. Sorry, my cat just pushed away her ramp, but I don't really want her to fall. Anyway, this is a replay submitted by a patron, like I said. I'll reveal that at the end. Right now we have Yellow and xSomeToolx versus Sherman Tank and Milam. We got ourselves 2 OKW, one going Strategic Reserve, versus Sherman Tank, who's gone American, and Milam going Airborne Troops as the Soviets. Right now we have Conscripts versus Panzer. We have a Kubel on the field, the Almighty Kubel, with Sturm Pioneers as well as Volks, but looks like the Kubel will be the first to engage target. I also, for reference, do have strategic zoom on, so I can zoom out. Echelon and Riflemen are engaging the target, and they're doing everything in their power to, well, push the Kubel back, and they will. Sorry, my cat almost fell over again. Kate, are you okay? Okay. Anyway, my cat's named Tally, for those who are watching on in, and she is quite adorable, but she has to be next to me, which is typically fine, except for a couple instances where she goes on the keyboard, so I made a space for her to lay next to me. Anyway, we are on the map, by the way, Elst Outskirts, so just kind of give you an idea of this map. Usually the right and left with a large like road in the middle intersection that's typically where forces typically will try to group up and push down the road, armor specifically. Both squads, Riflemen, Sturms, and Conscripts do get out, which actually is kind of interesting to see the two allies coming together. But it looks like they will beat back Chen's, but, and hold on to this, try to retake this territory, I should say. Let's see, over here we have Conscripts trying, but both squads and Panzer are doing a decent job at holding them back. Soviet forces can get better weapons, but for right now they need the resources for those better weapons, and, yeah, right now they're getting 10-27, so the resource game is not on their side. Same thing for the Germans, but the Germans also are about to capture the munitions, so that's why I say it's about the swing. Anyway, big allied assault, Riflemen attacking, we have more Panzer coming up. Conscripts throwing Molotov? Yeah, they do have Molotov already, interesting. Burning the unit out of the building. Let's see, Volk squads will throw Incendiary. Get him out of the cover, allow the Panzer a better shot of dealing with that infantry. Sturm Pioneers coming along the flank. Conscripts are weakened, but they still have enough models where I think the Sturms will be in a bit of an issue, especially with their health. Yep, they're worn down, and the Sturms will most likely be... Oh, they're in the building. And they might hold a little longer, but overall, I think that, yeah, they'll be sent packing. Riflemen coming around the flank, trying to get a kill. Gets in a building. This building only has one window, so it's not as effective as others, but... could honestly be worse. Wait, hold on. Do the Americans lose? They lost a Rifleman already? Oh my god. Sherman Tank losing a unit. The Soviets lose anything? No, they're still fine. Which is good. You know, both allies don't want to lose guys in the first 3 minutes of the game. Anyway, Riflemen holding, Conscripts trying to hold on with Riflemen pulling back. Sturms, Volk squads are pushing in. Actually, Chen's went double Sturm, which is very interesting to see. I went that earlier today in Fan Friday and got completely and utterly wrecked. So there's that. Anyway, down south we have Volk squads. Might be able to pick off for Echelon, which would be a big issue for Sherman Tank. Luckily doesn't have to deal with that, but man, if he would have lost 2 squads in 4 minutes, that's not a good sign. Riflemen are engaging. Volk squads are more engaging with the defense there, the fighting position. Weren't able to kill it, but they did bring it down about half health. Captain moving on in, so a T-gun howitzer half track that is likely to appear. I would say out of it, most likely a howitzer is more is probably the unit you'll see from it, and of course a T-gun. Milam has yet to build anything. Oh, it spoke too soon. Going support weapon Campania, MG, AT gun, mortar. Again, we can see a situation right now where the allies do a counterattack with artillery. There's a lot of Axis infantry that they have to kind of even out, and with, especially with Chen's going, sorry, not Chen's, Yellow going with an MG, I could see that being a counter to them. But I also say the Axis are losing about 87 VPs. So again, it's the Allies have done a good job holding the VPs in general. I just think resource-wise, they need to start doing a little better, which isn't likely as the Axis take control of another point, pushing them possibly up to, what is it, 47 munitions and 29 fuel. Not a huge lead, but every bit helps. And again, the more you have, the more likely you are to get new weapons and grenades. And we've already seen it. Panzer getting their G43s. However, conscripts just got airdropped, actually, near the front. A Dushka. Okay, cool. So they have a new powerful MG to bring to their disposal. So we'll see if this Dushka is enough to hold the enemy at bay. Again, a solid MG. Right, and the MG34 is fine, but it doesn't... until it gets some upgrades, it's not, in my opinion, it's the weakest MG in the game. It scales well, but again, still weak upon initial use. Storms in cover are continuously pushing, cutting off territory for the Allies. 13 fuel per turn for the Allies right now. Lieutenant doing the best they can, which also brings me a situation where Sherman take with Lieutenant and Captain, which is going to put an air of mystery for the Axis. It does confirm that Major will be a little farther away, but if you have both, then you're not entirely sure what the strategy is. So Sherman tank maybe just trying to get more frontline infantry while also leaving the door open to get a ton of equipment if necessary. Storm Pioneers picking off some models of retreating riflemen. Volk squad should be able to burn this fighting position, which again, big loss with that upgrade right there. He has enough munitions to burn it away. So overall, this has been a pretty solid game for the Axis. Sure, they're losing VPs, but I mean, overall, resource-wise, and also tactically, they've done a lot better against the Allies. Allies just winning because of VPs. MG right now, and yeah, they'll suppress the echelon, but a flanking conscript should burn it out. He realized that and pull back, which makes me want to check the overall play time. Okay, they're pretty good, and so are the Allies. So, again, both sides have done decent in their overall tactics and retreating. Sherman tank's been a little closer to biting the bullet a couple times. Also, walking into an incendiary, maybe not the best strategy. But he does pull back, and at least both sides won't lose anything. So... anyway, we look in mid, and this is where we got some more fighting. G43s are really going to help pick off that infantry, and I don't think those conscripts will win. Luckily, Milam realized this and get the hell out of dodge. Meanwhile, we do have an AT gun on the field, which is solid. Conscripts do have an SVT, which is good at long range. Is it on par with G43s? I'm a little more mixed on that. I think they're a solid upgrade. But I still think Panzer will scale better, especially with veterancy. But the Americans are not to be outdone. They got themselves a bar. The Americans have not gotten the weapon rack, but they have gotten a grenade, which I think we just heard it. Oh, we saw... okay, incendiary. Burns them out. Riflemen will retreat back to base again. Axis getting a VP. Nice flank, hitting the AT gun Dushka, trying to stop that, and Strax Captain pushed back the Panzer, and now dealing with the Sturm. Artillery possibility? Milam's just watching, but oh, Dushka suppressed it. Cool, cool, cool. Almost kills it. Hold on. We get our first pick? No. Okay. Sturm Pioneer pushing on in. Rear echelon stunned. Oh, and Lieutenant. That was a good stun, hitting both targets at the same time. Good grenade, though, by the Lieutenant, and the Sturms will retreat. So, Sherman tank will hold for a little longer, but there is still Axis forces on standby a little farther back. Also, barbed wire set, I believe, against the Axis. So, good job there. And again, I want to say so because, again, it's going through the Kubel. If the Kubel was alive, it would have ran through it. So the Allies put this afterwards. Oh, okay. Here we go. We got airborne. I would assume he would go SVT. I'm sorry, DPs for long range with his SVTs. So all of his infantry are very long range. But if he wanted a unit that's camouflaged and good for surprise attacks, this isn't bad. I really like the Guards airborne when they have their close range upgrade. I know a lot of people like the DPs, but to me, I like the ability, the fact that I can keep them hidden on a VP and then, surprise, dive upon an enemy. So, that's just me, though. Incendiary thrown onto Dushka will probably force it back, which is also hilarious. We're seeing a Dushka supplied to the Allies, so we're seeing Soviet Lend-Lease. And it worked. German casualty, assisted by the Dushka, which is still on fire and is now dead. But the Americans did kill a unit, so I'll give credit where credit's due. Good kill. Rashlan has been upped with bazookas, so we know now they have the weapon rack. And Milam has upgraded 2 of his men with SVT rifles. The Germans, we have yet to double check with what their strategy is, but now it's easy, loud, and clear. Double Panzer headquarters are operational. We have a medic facility over here and at base. The one in base is smarter to heal. Chen's has lost what? 1 unit and his Kubel. Oh, Volk squad's retreating, barely alive. Also Dodden on the field. Interesting, he didn't get the upgrade, but whatever. That LMG is still pretty damn potent. Kills an MG and the Panzer Fusilier. I saw that. And the Soviets steal an MG-34. Great counterattack by Milam, inflicting some heavy casualties, as well as a good counterattack by Sherman tank. Their combined arms effort has really done well. The MGs supporting the infantry, covering them, wearing the infantry down. Now the Axis are on the back foot, and the resources are starting to even out a little bit more for to where the Allies are now going toe-to-toe. Conscripts. Oh, a T-gun hitting the medical. Very, very risky. But if you can pick off a building of the OKW, it does help out. It is funny, though, to realize that the Axis are still doing VP damaged, or VP drain to the Allies. So that's pretty cool to see. Guards airborne, 6 kills, holding on to the territory. Chen's and Sherman tank have yet to really pick another doctrine, which is very interesting as well. I guess I should, what, Chen Ziwu. There we go, Chen Ziwu, sorry. Want to say the full name there. Rifleman pushing on in. Let's see, we have an M1. No light armor to speak of for the Allies. So, and again, we have a tier 3 building, so that is a possibility. They could deploy a T-70, a half-track, SU-76, although very rarely do I see that. Oh, I take that back. I saw it today on my fan live stream. But, oh, and a Volk squad dead, I believe. But the problem with that one was I had a King Tiger. So the SU-76 with marked target on my King fired 5 times. Only 1 time did penetrate. So, I know a lot of people don't care for the SU-76 at its current state. So, nice smoke. Stops the MG from being used. And they are hopefully able to kill the Zis gun of Sadan and Panzer Fusiliers. By the way, 19 kills, nothing to sneeze at. Are trying to pick off this conscript. Conscript does escape, but the Germans do hold on to this control point. And again, they do have some cover, so they are in a better position if the Allies attack. Even though the Allies do have this building, which does have 2 windows. Again, better cover. And also, your full attack power is being used against it rather than just 2 models and a 4, 5, 6-man squad. Anyway, let's see. Do we have a major? Yes, we do. Okay, Sherman tank is getting a major. Milam is yet to get the next building. Oh, Panzer 4. Oh, and he's gotten the Panzer Commander for artillery. He doesn't have the resources for it, but he has the potential. Plus, this provides a little sight, so it does have some native bonuses for the armor as well. A T grenade is a go. Panzer 4 is at odds. Lucky bounce off the side, and smoke now coming in to cover its withdrawal from the area of battle. Good smoke. Panzer IV gets out, and it gets to a safer area. We do also have a repair team, so they get up. Bazooka team is chasing, but with the amount of infantry, I don't think it's a good idea. You don't want to lose your echelon and be torn apart by Obersoldaten or Volk squads, but it looks like Volk are busy up north. Guards airborne were upgraded with DP, so long-range warfare is a go. Again, population-wise, it's about even. Though I will say, frontline infantry, the Axis are a disadvantage. But they are more than making up with it than in their armor department. We have 2 Panzer IVs on the field. Allies have no armor to speak of. It's 15 minutes in the game, and we have nothing to show for it. Allies have decked themselves out with bars, but as good as that gun is, you are not penetrating a Panzer IV with that weapon. Although I always like bullets bouncing off a tank. I don't know why. Anytime you see a shot where like somebody is shooting something and you see the bullets bouncing off ricocheting, I always like those scenes in movies. So that's just me. Panzer IV is engaging the riflemen and the captain along with the Obersoldaten and Volk squads. They're both in great cover. Americans could throw a grenade, but it looks like they're unable to. Incendiary go. M1 could fire. It bounces off the front. Axis forces are engaging the AT gun, hoping to remove it so the Panzer IV can assist. Does miss again. MG42 being upgraded. Infantry have yet to lose a model. AT gun about to lose its life if it doesn't do something. It does give veterancy and then retreat. Axis forces are overwhelmed. Allied forces are pushing up, trying to do what they can. Bazooka team has to fall back. Allies now have no effective AT to speak of. And this climactic battle is still continuing. Sturm should switch off Minesweeper, but they are still pushing. No mines in the area. They retreat from a grenade. A little bit. I get it. You don't want to lose models. But the American now remans the AT gun, and the Panzer IV will pull back. Overall, the Allies held their ground, but they took some heavy losses in the defense of that region. Axis also took some losses in the attack, but overall, still, I think it was a solid defense by Sherman tank in that battle. Panzer IV escaping a Soviet aftermath. Looks like the Soviets may have knocked out MG, and I'm assuming killed an Obersoldaten squad, which is a good kill. That's a very expensive unit to lose in the course of the game. So we'll see how things fare with Yellow now having to get another squad. But as a big but, the Axis are now on the back foot. The last time I talked, they were pushing the Americans down. Now it is reversed, and the Allies are ahead by 85 points. So that's a good counterattack. Now they need to hold and get ready to attack. Captain picking up an MG. All right. Get any weapon you got and shoot the Germans. Why not? Down south, we have Allied forces advancing, taking territory. Again, the more they take away, the better, like double fuel. That is a nice win for the Allies, hopefully getting themselves some armor to even the field of battle. While the Americans do have AT guns, the Axis definitely have some tools at their disposal that can render an AT gun null and void, like artillery. But because of the munitions that they are currently not getting a lot, that they don't have a lot in reserve, they can't call that in. Axis are now trying a new tactic, an attack in the north. There is an MG there. It is an MG34, the one they stole earlier, which is quite funny to see. Conscripts are now moving on in to intercept the Panzerfusiliers, which, by the way, have 25 kills, and the fresh Obersoldaten quickly gaining veterancy. In the south, we have a same tactic, double Obersoldaten pushing on in. We have artillery on the field of battle in a 2v2. Okay. They are not messing around. Our German artillery is lying in wait, but Axis seem to be doing a good job. They knocked out the MG. Again, Panzerfusiliers and Obersoldaten are very powerful. MG, especially the 34, is going to have a hard time suppressing them. And, yeah, they did exactly that. Is he going to destroy that? Take it? He's taking it. Nice shot. Panzer IV, 15 kills. Bouncing from the AT gun on the front. Having a rough time with that Panzer, which is now retreating. We have something coming in. It's smoke to cover the retreat, but again, MG34 on the ground. Obosudan is killed, and it is a solid knockout blow by Milam. Milam will, of course, lose the MG, but I don't think he cares too much. We have a... Oh, the plane calling in a strike. Not too much damage. Honestly, I prefer as a recon more than anything else. Panzer is trying to kill the AT gun. He misses, but the Pinto machine gun's still firing. Rear armor shot. And he does kill it. Conscript now, or sorry, the men have decrewed it. He's gonna kill it. But now we finally have some allied armor. Jackson and T-34 moving in. Artillery is hitting mid. Oh, it's seeing the left-hand side. Panzer IV now moving on up. Now a ton of AT. Right now, all of it dealing with this Panzer IV, who's not expecting this. AT gun, though, is trying to cover, but T-34 needs a shot. Rear armor, high likelihood, kills the Panzer and knocks it out. Axis forces try to run out of the way. Medic and stuff dive out. So, question for you, good sir. How are you picking that up? How's that going? They're like, well, no one's alive in that. Just ignore it. Anyway. Jackson is moving on in against the other Panzer IV, which is still on the field. Again, Chinzawu has the largest army on the field right now. His Obosudan have not been easily defeated and have pushed back a lot of the Sherman Tank's forces. Also backed up by Sturms, Volks, and artillery. We'll see how effective, again, Sherman Tank can be on the defense. If I'm this player, I would launch artillery at the base because you know there's a lot of activity there. Now, he could also use against an MG or other defenses. That's also a really good spot, too. But you can't move the base, right? So you have a decent chance of hitting it. Plus, the ambulance right there. The retreat path is always going to be here as well, so I don't know. That's just me. Double T-34 is on the field. Again, we are in a situation where Yellow is lacking the heavy armor. He is... he does have a truck out, but I'm not sure if he'll make it. He probably wants to get a Panther or something, I would say. Axis forced on the retreat. Again, Dushka, the guard forces... Oh, by the way, the guard's airborne, 17 kills. Artillery helping against Milam. Okay. Interesting strategy. Looks like it'd be hitting this region over here. I mean, I guess just hoping to hit anything. But again, I think you need to confirm a hit, and that's why hitting the Americans better. But it did weaken the Dushka a little. Airstrike, though, coming on in. And major artillery, maybe? Or is that it? Nope, that was it. Okay. Sherman Tank might be gearing up for a counterattack. He will be spotted if he moves up by the MG, which might allow the Shrek and the Panzer to get a good shot. By the way, this Panzer IV, 21 kills. Not too shabby. The Americans have, like, low teens on average for kills, which, again, not bad. They have a 50 cal and a Dushka, which I, again, find hilarious. Milam has 3 conscripts with mid-teens. And Yellow has really good Panzer Slayer, but again, needs to keep his units alive. Shrek team gonna fire. Dushka will try to... Well, seeing the MG and having a rough time. Obosudan is probably gonna kill it. Oh, the models are spread out, but they still all get hit. And they're worn down a little bit. Again... 50 cal trying to figure out where to go. Nice shot with the Jackson against the Panzer. Shrek's missed, though. And right now, what are we seeing? Great shot, by the way, with against the Rifleman. We have a Tiger tank. Not any Tiger tank. This is a Command Tiger. So, it gets additional bonuses. Plus, again, this. So, it can be very good if combined with other armored units. Now, it's by itself right now, but we could see another Panzer IV or Jagdpanzer in the near future. Let's see. Axis have regained some of the resource some of the resources they have lost. But again, I think overall they've definitely taken some hits. The Tiger's really making up for a lot of Yellow's army. Guards probably not expecting a Tiger to come around the corner. They're calling in an airstrike. They're pulling back after taking some hits. Air support hits the infantry. In mid, we have Axis forces taking the VP. Again, they're down 150 plus points. They need the VP now. Artillery has yet to get a kill. He needs to do better on that, in my honest opinion. Axis forces are advancing. 2 T-34s there. Goes in for the ram. And we have a confirmation of the Tiger being hit. Air support now coming on in on the Tiger. Where is the Air Force? Here's coming along the side. Air support hits it. Tiger goes down. That's a big kill. Again, you know the enemy has this doctrine. You know he has rockets, and you chose to engage. Now, if you're lucky, you kill a Katyusha? I think that was a misclick. If you would have killed the Katyusha, I'm like, actually, that might be, and the T-34, that might be worth it. But no, he did. It's a worthy sacrifice to lose the T-34 for that. So, speaking of losing stuff, Jackson gets neutralized. Sherman, oh, and artillery finally hit something. I knew it would, eventually. Jackson, which is now being replaced by a Sherman with a bulldozer attachment because he went, goddamn armor company. Why? Why armor company of all things? Anyway, Chen Zhuo went Overwatch, so he has good air support, and he could use it very soon. Another minute and a half, he could call that in. He has also plenty of resources as well. So again, a situation where Sherman tank is trying to keep up. But, yeah, no, Chen Ziwu is not letting him just go without fight. He is constantly keeping Sherman tank on the defensive. And when Sherman tank does slowly push up, he comes in, which is surprising in my eyes. Panzer IV now moving on in against the Sherman. Rear armor's being shown. Big mistake, in my opinion. None of this of AT. AT grenade on the rifleman keeps the Panzer IV at bay, but it's Vet 3 now. And again, the more veterancy this thing gets, the more powerful it becomes. This thing will be a menace soon. T-34 is almost healed, but can we get a kill? We do. Engineer is neutralized, so nice pick, but MG-34 is once again dropped. I guess he picked up another one and then dropped that. MG being flanked. Again, Yellow losing a lot of his men overall. Population-wise, it is still close, but he needs to stop losing men and to help his teammate, in my opinion. Maybe fall back a little bit, be more defensive, because he can't keep taking losses like this. He just can't. He needs the manpower for armor. Speaking of which, Milam is about to get this T-34 operational. Katyusha firing rockets at the base, but the infantry dodge. You might get some decent hits, but they've effectively dodged. Let's see. Abu Sadan moving on in. Rifleman as well. Pushing on in against the Abu Sadan. Good smoke. Panzer IV misses the target. Rakadmorpher has been taken. Again, they're trying to kill it. They might be able to, but suppression by the Dushka will stop them. I don't know why he put this medical here. It's a big mistake in my honest opinion. Anyway, yeah. Without AT, T-34 is moving on in. He could crush a lot of these guys right now, and he might actually do exactly that. Medical's gonna die. Half-track still here. Again, Yellow needs to step up his game because his teammate can't keep doing everything by himself, which he is doing a lot. Again, Sherman tank lost quite a number of his men, which are back at base. Which again, looks like artillery has started to pelt the region, which pulled back the ambulance. That's probably where he got some more kills, which is smart. Medical is destroyed. T-34 Vet 1, so good for him. Dushka moving in against the half track. New Panzer being made. Again, probably not a bad idea. Or at the very least, make sure you keep your Tiger if you do get that. Or King Tiger at a distance. So that way, of course, you keep your stuff alive. Actually, I'm very surprised. Hold on. Medical, mechanized, Panzer. I'm surprised we have not seen a King Tiger. We might see the German losses to the extent where it could get a King Tiger. Artillery is hitting the Raketenwerfer. Building's about to collapse at another barrage. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess the barrage was drunk. There we go. That's a good barrage. Panzer 4, 39 kills. Vet 4. Again, gotta point out the fact that great job in that regard. Good artillery trying to hit him on retreat. Again, it's still not quite Vet 1, but again, hitting an area where there's a lot of activity, I can give a little more sympathy to that, for that direction. Panzer 4 now has to worry about Milam's infantry, which again, he's Vet 4. He can move quite quickly with get the hell out of Dodge, especially with all the stuff. Wait, is there a speed boost? Wait, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I'm definitely thinking of something. I'm sorry. Oh no, improved vehicle mobility. Never mind. Anyway, we have Allied infantry starting to push on in. Panzer 4 is pushing in the north. And yeah, there's the King. Again, you need to make sure you're at a distance. Milam's getting another T-34. But as long as he can keep the distance, this King Tiger could be unstoppable. Great shot against the rifleman, forcing it back. Rear echelon now trying to move on in. It's pushed back by the Panzer 4. Good, solid defense. Again, have the Panzer 4 there. Make sure you keep the T-34s at bay. But it looks like T-34 is busy up north fighting the Panzer 4. Typically, T-34s have a disadvantage. Not saying they can't win. It's just, it's less likely that they will. Good bundle. Volk squad hitting the unit. Forcing him back. Again. Milam is yet to get a... Okay, he's starting to get an effective AT being an S-285. Good for him. You shreked it, but again, they're still right there. Panzer 4 and King are... Nice! Killed! Oh, and there goes the tree. They are pushing Sherman tank back. He's losing infantry. His armor is having a rough time, though it did a little damage. Wolverines are not meant to fight King Tigers. Maybe run over infantry, but not Kings. Air support's called in. Oh, it's over here. Rockets will miss target. And hopefully they can deal with that conscript. T-34 is damaged. He can't assist. Sherman tank loses a Sherman. Axis forces. Vet 5. Oh my god. A Vet 5 Panzer 4. Now we're talking. King Tiger as well trying to blast the enemy. S-285, higher caliber round. Definitely petting that S-285. Or mostly doing damage to that S-285. There are plenty of times where it doesn't pet. Recon's going out, but again, airstrike's already called in. It's for a direct strike, which I'm not sure where that's coming in on, honestly. Assuming this region. Panzer 4 pushing back the Wolverine. Again, I don't know why you're pushing.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Oh, it's in the back line, hoping to hit him on retreat or moving up. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It hit the artillery. That's what it killed. It killed the artillery. Panzer 4 is damaged. T-34 kills the Vet 5. He tried to go in to kill the Wolverine, but Wolverine just barely survived. Again, bad call. Why sacrifice a Vet 5 Panzer 4? Keep it back, keep it supported, and it's a lot better. Air support. The Germans are pissed, and they're sending in the Luftwaffe to hopefully clear this area. Air support's coming on in, hurting the building of all things. Again, lots of planes. Raketenwerfer might die here. Does die. Sturm's moving in as well. Great shot by the King. Sherman tank losing another unit.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being...
I believe the Bazooka... No, Panzer Shrek teams do successfully kill the Raketenwerfer. And Sherman tank needs immediate fire support. German planes are flying over his base. There's a King Tiger right outside of it with a ton of infantry. He needs immediate fire support. What does Milam have? Milam has a T-34, an S-285, and a Katusha. Busy right now fighting yellow, but successfully neutralizing a Werfer or Panzer. Oh no, they will escape, but still they drove it back. Panzer IV is well having a rough time with that 85 right there, though they're trying to kill this 34 to make sure the the Allies don't get it. Chen Ziwu does have the resources to rebuild an army. I would be shocked if we didn't see another armored unit, or at the very least more infantry. It looks like he's going with more infantry. Air support's still providing, trying to provide support, but yeah, no, it just left. T-34 waiting for its chance. He doesn't have the airstrike yet. King Tiger's still full health as well. So even if he rammed it, you're still like a mixed bag if you're going to knock out its engine, and the strike itself would do a decent amount of damage, but it's not enough to kill it. You need something to finish it, and the S-285 is on the other front, so we know that's not coming in. Sherman tank could send the Wolverine, but again, we'll see. The HVAP rounds will definitely help.
Sherman bulldozer ready.
Sudan pushing. Infantry is retreating. This is the T-34. Nice shot with the Wolverine against the side. King Tiger is greatly overextended in my opinion. Wolverine firing the more shots. Where's the Sturms? Back at base with more artillery. Okay, well you have 3 of those guys, and you really need something to help the King. Air support is inbound shortly. Again, Sherman tank being very aggressive, all things considered. But that aggression is paying off. King Tiger is in full retreat without any fire support. Even though he's lost infantry, he's at least driving the enemy back, up. And I don't say this in yellow. He did take territory, but it looks like Milam is counterattacking. There is an AT unit there, but S-285 or T-34 might dive. And it looks like T-34 is going in forward said dive. Shrek team could engage target, and he will. I don't think he'll engage because the Panzer could AT grenade him. King Tiger is healed. Vet 1, by the way, with 10 kills. Lieutenant is there. Again, be very cautious with a King Tiger lying around the corner. Artillery has smashed that base quite a bit. And they're trying to get the MG operational. Looks like it is fully healed. We have another SVT drop coming on in for a new conscript. He did lose the guards, which is sad to see, but he did get a new 234, which is great. Again, but right now Chen Ziwu does not have armor support. He's instead relying on 3 Sedan and 3 Sturm. VP wise, the Axis are literally neck and neck now with the Allies. King Tiger's trying its best. Wolverine just bounces off it. It's like, I didn't shoot. He shot at you. I'm retreating. Shrek team is there. So even if something charges, they have more than enough firepower to deal with armor. They have, what, 3 Shreks? At the very least. 3 Shreks. Oh! Walk into a Dushka. Bad move. Bad move. Have that support. King Tiger coming in to drive the Dushka back. And it does help the Sturms, but they're fighting more infantry, so that's going to also put them at disadvantage. Wolverine now going on in. Engages Pens, but King Tiger will return fire. Good shot. Wolverine is worn down a bit. Armor is switching over. Milam going into a full assault. King Tiger has nothing to guard its flank. No AT. No mines, nothing. And Milam, realizing this, is about to come in. He's about to have air support as well. T-34 is engaging. Smoke is being called in. Yellow helping his team out like that. But it might have a hard time connecting the shot in the smoke. Again, Sudan now pulling back. I don't know why. I mean, okay, never mind. 2 T-34. Where's your 18? All the Sturms retreated because they were not around the King. They decided to charge. Wolverine rushing on in with HVAP rounds. King Tiger 3-to-1 odds. Panzer IV coming in a bit late. Where the fuck were you? Artillery's coming on in, but again, late. Axis might lost the king, but the allies are down VPs. They do have forces that can take it. Up north, we have Obosedan, Volksquad's Panzer Fusiliers moving on in to intercept. Most likely, Chen Ziwu could deploy another King Tiger, and Yellow could deploy another Tiger as well. Again, he is slowly getting more units. He's just stolen MG-34. And Chen Ziwu has left the field of battle. Well, he's now getting a Puma. Rip. Now it's up to Yellow with his King Tiger to hold the field. Axis not looking good. I don't know if he quit or he was just like, all right, I'm done. My teammate couldn't even help me. I'm just through. He had the resources, so if he did rage quit, I find it weird. But again, it's not the weirdest thing I've seen. Sometimes people are just like, you know what, I'm done. Even though technically he's still in a good army of reserves, he could easily come back. Panzer IV engaging the infantry. Again, they're focusing on Yellow, most likely to take out the non-AI player. Conscripts and Su-85 hitting. AT grenade hits target. Smoke coming on in. King Tiger again slowly making its way there. Smoke will drop. Again, coming from the far side. Doesn't come in time. They fire right before a shoot comes down. And they get target. Wolverine now going on in. Using a speed boost to get around the King. Get Shrek out of control. But ramming from the rear actually does help wear down the King. Airstrike coming on in on it. Hit, hit, hit. Bazooka team now opening fire. Infantry needs to move on in to counteract it. Otherwise, the Shrek team could kill a King Tiger. Main gun is knocked out. More smoke. T-34 coming on in. One is down. Su-85 gets the kill and successfully defeats the heavy armor. So that's what, 3 heavy tanks, 2 Kings, and a Tiger neutralized over the course of this game. Excellent job. Again, Axis were not skimping out. They were going toe-to-toe with the allies in that regard, and I think they did a fairly good job in my opinion. Overall, both sides took some heavy losses. Sherman tank, I think, lost more on the allied side, where I think Yellow lost more on the Axis, and yeah, definitely losses. Kill-wise, Chen Ziwu got top damage, top kills. Milam got top kills and top damage. Thank you, by the way, Milam, for submitting it and being an awesome Patreon supporter. So thank you very much, Milam. But no, overall, this was a solid game. Good armor tactics, good overall plays. Sherman tank needed to work on his unit preservation, but still, I think he did a very good job at doing the best he could to hold against Chen Ziwu's attack. Luckily, Milam came in clutch with the counterattack and helped neutralize a lot of the armor that pushed on up, and help at least push the infantry back as well as dealing damage to Yellow's infantry. So, solid game. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. But this has been Greyshot117, and I'll see all of you next time. Hello, everyone. Before you all go, you can check out more content above. You can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Milam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, PyroShark, XSomeToolx, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.